Hey everybody, welcome to Kats Creations live on a Sunday night, where tonight we're gonna make a home sweet home spring grapevine wreath. So I wanna welcome you. If you're a first time viewer, let us know. We'd like to welcome you. Hopefully find a creative connection for you here on a Facebook Live. So if you're new, let us know and let us know where you're from. That way other people can get in touch with you and welcome you as well. If you like this design tonight, and you want to replicate it once you have everything you think you need, just go ahead and click the share button at the bottom. That will share it to your Facebook page, and then that way it's easier for you to find the design when you're ready to give it a go. Also, if you want to be notified when we go live, make sure you click the like and follow button. Rumor has it the like button is supposed to be going away, so who knows, we'll see. So once you click the like and follow, it'll allow you to go ahead and click the three dots in the upper right hand corner. That's for your notifications. It's set for a default status, but make sure you click on the highlight so that you get everything. That way if we go live unexpectedly, if you're on Facebook, you should be notified when we go live. Let's see, YouTube subscribers, totally different for you. So if you want to be notified when we go live, just click the little bell in the upper left-hand corner. That's your subscribe button. You'll subscribe to my channel, and then that way whenever we upload a new video, like tonight, we should get around to it, you'll have that video or that notification letting you know that there is a new video for you to watch. Also, last plug for this, today's the last day to join the private group. It's not that our private group is closing, but the rates are going up as of tomorrow. So if you want to lock in your rate today for $17 a month, head over to my website at KatsCreationsNMore.com. You have two ways to join. You can go monthly, or you can take the yearly option, which is pay for 10 months and get 2 months free. So those rates will both go up as of tomorrow. If you're interested in what's called a Wreath of the Month Club, where you just want to make one design, have someone walk you through it start to finish. We have started a Wreath of the Month group, and that, let's see, the easiest way for you to get information on that is to go to the Kats Creations Wreath of the Month page. There is a standard post which gives you information about the group. It's $10 a month, and then it gives you the option if you want to purchase one of our exclusive kits, which are materials that you can't get anywhere else. So it kind of keeps it exclusive to the particular group. So you have an option of getting a kit. It'll get sent to you about a week before we actually do the live, so we can all put that wreath together in whatever format you want. So I think I've covered everything that I'm supposed to cover. So it'll be time to start creating. Do you have someone joining while
We have a lot.
Click? And I'm still not getting notifications.
Anna, Linda, Donna, Francine, Gail, Carol, Linda, Charlotte, Kathy, Mary, Sandra, Robin, Stormy.
Wow.
And Cindy. Yeah, we've already got a lot. And then, remember how we talked about this? Kylene already said, love how your shirt and your apron match.
I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose because I had a different shirt on, and then I was like, okay, we're making a purple wreath. So I was like, let's get the purple apron and the purple shirt out. And then that way we're all good to go. And I'm having a hard time with my tablet. It's not registering, so it's going to be up to Steve to answer all the questions. I don't know why.
Misty, she said, first time here, so excited, from Justin, Texas, so welcome.
Yay. Okay, you guys all ready? Let's start creating. Okay, so materials. I like using these wood signs. This one I think came from Fifth Street Studios, but I believe you can get these signs on Craft Outlet, the Race Shop. This is, because I didn't write it down, this is a 5 by 15 inch sign. So it's a pretty large sign, but I like the fact that it's going to go all the way across the wreath. So we're going to be incorporating that into an 18 inch round grapevine. I have already gone through and cleaned this. What I mean by clean is when you get your grapevines, a lot of times you'll find pine needles in them, old grapevine leaves, there's just a ton of debris. And then, it usually never looks this clean, you're gonna wanna go down and clear out all the little sticks that stick out. You're gonna wanna go both sides, top and bottom, because, especially the bottom, this is gonna be the side that's facing your customer's door. So all the little cute curly cues that you might wanna keep for that character, go ahead and, like I said, just clean it up. For me, it takes roughly between 30 minutes to an hour to clean them. And what it does is it makes the process of putting together a grapevine floral wreath really easy, because then you won't have a ton of mess and your florals will go right through, because they're not having to fight for space with all the other debris that's in there when they put these together. So I prefer to get my grapevines at Joann's. That's just a personal preference. Hobby Lobby carries them, Michael's carries them, Walmart carries them. You can also buy them from Craft Outlet, Reshop, Deco Exchange, Trendy Tree. There's just so many people that carry the 18-inch. That's just my preferred. And then you can also get them oval. So I just decided to do round because we're doing a straight shot sign. I'm going to be using the Tulips. Tulips just went on sale at Michael's today. So these are normally $4, $3.99. They're 50% off today, so go to Michael's and get all your tulips. That is a really good deal. So we're gonna be incorporating purple tulips. This bush that comes at Hobby Lobby is just, they come in, I wanna say 3 or 4 different colors. I grabbed the lavender just because I'm prone to always, wanting to put a blue or a purple flower together. So this is gonna be my medium floral. For filler, we have this, which is, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's just got a lot of greenery with little tips of purple on it. Then, and these both came from Hobby Lobby in their greenery section. And then this one just has small little purple flowers on the top. And then we're gonna be incorporating lavender. This came from Sims, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Grapevine from Joann's. And then we're gonna be incorporating lamb's ear. So lamb's ear is a little bit different than the other, I call it like a soft sage color. It has the velvety texture on the leaves. So there's another one that also has a velvety texture, and that's called Dusty Miller, but it looks more like an actual leaf. So what I'm doing, because lamb's ear gets really expensive at Hobby Lobby, even when you're getting it at half off, I just buy the greenery garland and I cut them all down to pieces that I need for my wreath. And this is a 6-foot garland. It's normally $20, but if you get it when they go half price, then it's only $10. And that makes it affordable. So we'll put a bow on it and then we're done.
And welcome Misty and Jennifer. They said they just joined a private group today.
You did. Thank you guys for joining. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is, let's put the sign on first.
And the wreath is a what, 16-inch?
18-inch.
18-inch.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the little twine on the back of this. And I'm using a staple gun with 1/4-inch staples. So this is going to attach my sign on both sides. So I'm just gonna measure. It's pretty much right where I would think, right on the ends. I just wanted to make sure, do I have to bring it in or take it back out? So we're gonna go ahead and attach this with our staple gun.
Kay said, I think a wreath is great for people that make and sell. I only really make a wreath if it really interests me. I'm retired and really into rag bows right now. You have excellent taste and style and matching everything you make.
Thank you. Okay, so.
And be patient, bear with us. Sometimes I might not get to all the comments, so if I don't see it, just comment again and I'll make sure I reply.
That's weird too, because, hold on. Steve's gonna be momentarily disposed of once he goes and gets staples for the staple gun. We're out of staples. Yeah. So bear with him 1 second. I'm gonna have him load that for me. I'm gonna try to figure out why my tablet will not find me.
Yeah, weird.
It's being very, very peculiar which is odd. So I need, and you need 1/4 inch staples so that, come on, it's just being really super slow. 1/4 inch staples so that you don't go all the way through the sign. And I'm not getting any internet connection at all on my tablet. That is interesting. So we'll try one more time. Come on tablet. Gotta love this. Normally I get notified too when I am going back up and it won't connect to our internet, which is really odd. It'll only give me one Facebook group and that's it. Interesting. Okay, we'll figure this out later. Don't know why. Technology being what it is. Okay. All set?
Yep.
You know what's funny is I was almost going to just double check because I was like, I should do that before I go live because I never know. Like, we've used it, I think, for a year now, maybe?
Oh, a lot longer than that. Oh, you mean without checking for staples?
Yeah. But you use it at Christmas time to put the Christmas lights up, so it probably gets replenished. All right, so our sign is attached. I just usually, once the staple goes through on both sides, I usually just give it a little twist, just so the pipe cleaner can't slide out. So I'm looking at which way do I want this to go. I'm working with a really odd stick here. So I think I'm gonna bring it in just below that. Here's another reason why cleaning out your grapevines is handy, because then when you go to add your pipe cleaner, you don't run into any other objects that would prevent you from attaching it. So we will go ahead and do that. There we go. I'm going to go right around this branch.
Happy Sunday, all you that are in storm warnings or watches. Hope you're safe. Hope you stay warm.
Yeah, I always have to be careful what we wish for. Here in California, we have gotten very little rain. I think this is our second, well, it didn't rain today. We're supposed to have 3 or 4 days of rain. It turned into 1 day of rain. And even then, it didn't really turn out, you know, all of what it was supposed to. So you just bring them through. We're going to give them a couple extra twists to make sure these don't come undone. We will cut these off. Give this one a little longer twist. And then what I do is I just tuck these back in. So you
Kylene, yep. Today is the last day to get in for the $17 a month for the private group.
Yeah, it goes up to $27 next week. So there you go. That's exactly what it looks like. So sign's already attached, super simple. And now we're gonna go ahead and break down the lambs here.
Yep. So once you're locked in at 17, you're good for the entire year.
You are good until you no longer want to be in the group anymore.
Yeah.
And then once you're no longer in the group, then if you wanted to come back, it would be at whatever the going rate is. Okay, so I am going to make sure that I have plenty of long picks. So I'm going to cut these right at the beginning. This one just barely hung on. So I'm going to cut these little spike pieces off so that I actually have a fairly good pick. So you're going to break them all down so they look similar to that. And it's weird. Every so often you have that little piece. It just seems like every section up, which is good because then you know where to break these off. So this is going to be our greenery as well as those filler flowers like the lavender. And this just makes it way more cost effective. So I figure I'm going to use about half the garland to break them down. And the reason why I don't do this ahead of time is so that if you're watching and you want to do this yourself, you're doing it live with me or can see exactly what I'm doing. So you need to have a pick long enough to stick in your glue. Wow, that one just flew way over there.
So are you still going to use pieces of the long portion, right?
Hmm?
You're still going to use pieces of the long portions to
These?
the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. No. I'm just using, yeah, I mean, I'm just cutting them into little picks. So these will be what I'm adding into the greenery as we go all the way around. What were you thinking?
I thought you were going to use portion of the long, like a foot or 18 inches long, and just use that one.
No. You could.
Student said I saw similar lamb's ear garland at Michael's. Is that where yours is from?
This came from Hobby Lobby. So Hobby Lobby every other week has their florals on sale. So this week it won't be florals, it'll be ribbon, because I bought this all last week. So all your deco mesh and ribbons will be on sale at half off. So just wait for the following Monday, because they're closed Sundays. And then you can pick these all up for 50% off. No coupon required. That one just flew into the kitchen.
But yes, they have in Michael's too, obviously. Oh, hi Deborah. She said, hey Ken Steve, it's been good seeing you guys again. Been a long time. She's still making her gnomes. How do you make wreaths someday? Well, that's good. You're doing really good on your gnomes.
Yes.
And your signs.
Sometimes you just have to go where God leads, and you know, if He grants you an opportunity to be proficient at something, you kind of just go where that happens. Okay, so I think I have one more piece, and that gives me my halfway. So let me go in, snip this last one, and then I'm gonna lay these out roughly where they're gonna go. To see, I have exactly half left. So now the thing to keep in mind is that our bow is going to kind of come right about here. We don't want it too far over. I might even move my sign, just stretch it over so that I have a little bit bigger chunk. So like right here is going to be my bow area. So your lamb's ear, see how we've cut them into picks? These are all going to go in and around, except for this little guy. We're gonna basically fill this area with lamb's ear. And remember, we've got lots of other florals that are going in. I'm going to come in here. And all I'm doing is just kind of poking them in the grapevine, which is the lovely thing about grapevines. So once I'm happy with where they're placed, or how many of them I have, how many more do I need? Do I need any more? Let me go through here. And we want them kind of all like fanning here, fanning this direction.
Missy, you should. She said, I'm make deco wreaths. I wanted to try a grapevine. I have everything but the tulips. And then Mary said, I got my tulips today. What a score. Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, I know. I have to give credit where credit's due. Somebody in my group messaged me this morning and said, Kat, the tulips are on sale at Michael's for half off. And I was like, thank you. I've been checking Michael's every day, waiting for them to go on sale for half price. And they did that today.
Yep. And then Kylene said, I used lamb's ear today. Should I cut it off? Should I cut off the stem?
No, I would keep the stem because you need the stem in order to be able to insert it or put it into the grapevine. So as you can see, this is kind of the direction we're going for the lamb's ear. If we want to add more, we can definitely add more, but I'm going to go in right now. I have my glue skillet already on, so I'm just going to take these and I am dipping them in the glue, and this is Gorilla Glue. I should probably move this just a little bit closer so I'm not dragging that all over my cutting mat.
Susan, we do have a Walmart. She said they have lamb's ear 2 stems for $2.
Really?
Good size stem too. We'll check that out. Thanks, Susan.
I have not seen.
Our Walmart doesn't normally
stock very good florals.
Very good florals, yeah.
So I kind of want them a little bit thick. Because if you think about it, they're going to, you know, you want them kind of clustered and then kind of fading out towards the bottom.
How long are do you know how long the tulips are on sale over at the...
I do not know how long. They just went on sale now. So I would say until they go out of stock.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. She said the tulips are on sale for $1.99 this week at Michael's.
Yes.
Thank you, Jennifer.
That's exactly, because they were normally $3.99. And I might go a little bit more on the top just to kind of get these to go this direction. But let me remove all my...
Bethany asked, where did you get the greenery from?
This greenery came from Hobby Lobby. So this is just lamb's ear garland. So you can buy it starting, what is it? Next week. Not this week, but next week, Monday. Then you can start buying that for 50% off. So I'm just removing these and making them permanent in my grapevine. I have all these funky pieces with their little knobs on them from when I cut those little pieces off.
Kathy asks, do you know how many to order your average tulip wreath? 17 bunches.
Okay,
right?
so if you're gonna make, can you grab the one that's on the table in the other room? So if you're gonna make it, and I'll show you how big, size-wise. Whoop. So let me do these really quick. Hang on to that just for 1 second, Steve. Just so I can put this last piece in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let me see that. So if you want to make one about this big, you're going to need 17 bunches. So that's not 17 individual little stems, the bunches. So they're going to come like this. You'll need 17. You should have about 8 little stems on each one. So that'll give you the numbers that you need to complete that. Okay, so let me cut a couple other pieces. Just because, like I said, I wanted it to go a little bit longer to the top. So I'm going to cut probably 2 more pieces for the top. So remember, we have to cut these off.
So Libby asked, is Hobby Lobby stopping their coupon? Is that right?
Yes, they are.
Into February, right?
It depends. I mean, Hobby Lobby has, their option to do that. Some, people are like, they're so upset. I'm like, you have to know when their sales are on their stuff. Because I didn't ever really use my 40% off coupon.
Yeah,
so maybe if they bring the price of some of their other stuff down a little bit, we won't even miss it. So let me get this one to lay this way. So I'm just elongating those just a couple more places. So on the top, I just wanted to come out just a little bit more.
So if you think about it, right? 17 bundles at $2, it's $34.
It's a lot.
Yep.
But it's a lot cheaper than doing them at $3.99 a pop.
Yes.
Let me do one more. Which is why tulip wreaths like that are so expensive, it's because of the florals. And to get them that thick, I mean, I guess you could not go as thick, but I just feel like you're not giving the customer their money's worth that way. Okay.
And I said, if you're not doing a lot of grapevine, how many bundles would be cost effective with shipping?
What do you mean?
If you're not doing a lot of grapevines, how many bundles would be cost effective with shipping?
Well, on Michael's, they have $59 free shipping, so you just have to hit that $59 total in order to make it, you know, kind of be worth your while. So now I'm going to take my greenery and my tulips, and I want to push them up so that you get that greenery at the top, because we don't need stems this long for a grapevine. If you left them that long, they would kind of come out through the back side. So I'm taking all of these out. So push everything up, just not too hard, and you pop them all the way off.
Kat typically likes to get her grapevines from Joanne.
Yeah, I've seen Hobby Lobbies before. I mean, I'll go to Hobby Lobby if you're going to have a lot of work, kind of cleaning those out. That's just what I've discovered. Okay, so if you notice, this particular bunch of purple has the light, like the ombre color, and then it's got a darker. So you really want to mix these together, and you want to go heavy towards the sign, not so heavy as you get that towards the end of your lamb's ear. So again, just double check placement. You know, we don't want to overly squish them. Let's grab this one instead. I like to have them coming out at different angles. Like so. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to carry these. Like so. Try to get this one to stay there. So I have a tendency of always making sure the longer, there's always like one long and two short, and I try to put the longer ones at the bottom.
Misty, I know one major rule Kat does when she uses grapevine wreaths is she really cleans them out very well with a butter knife. Butter knife works good to get in there and kind of open things up and get all the leaves and debris out.
Isn't that sad? A butter knife,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I'm gonna leave these here. I'm gonna, actually, before I do that, let me just go ahead and attach these in.
And then I might have missed your post. I saw what you said just now. Go ahead and repost your question. I'm going back to see if I missed it.
Okay. Oh, there we go. This one, not yet.
And there are times, gals, where I don't see all the comments. Sometimes they get missed.
Yeah, so
They actually just don't show up. Sometimes I have to log out and log back in.
that is very true, because we saw that even in the live we just did in our private group.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like I said, it's just how a live functions.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't always have to place and then pull them apart. You could, like if I was doing this by myself, I would just stick them where I want them to go. But when I first started, I would place them and then come back in, tear the whole thing apart, like take a picture, tear the whole thing apart, and then glue them all back in. That was the hard thing. And I was like, why didn't I just like, why don't I feel confident enough to just put them in there? So we're going to take the long one and move it down to the bottom. There we go. So this is what we have so far. Remember, we can't really put anything here because this is where our bow's going to go. So now I'm going to go in with a medium type of flower and just backfill. And that's going to be this. Hobby Lobby doesn't have a name for it. I just popped it all the way off. Literally popped it all the way off. So I try to push everything up, push the greenery up, and then this way when you snip, you have like the full pick.
Misty, no, you really don't need a pick machine.
I have one and I haven't used it. And it's not that I don't want to use it. It's just that I know that not everyone has access to use a pick machine. Mm-hmm. So when I do it, it's, okay, here's how you can do it without using a pick machine. Because yes, a pick machine would make this super easy. Let's get these, because they go to our tulip.
Because I thought pick machines are mainly for like straw and styrofoam.
And for grapevines. Yeah. Yes, you could use them on grapevines. So again, pushing. Why is it that I always do that? I always push the center one all the way up and off. Okay.
Jennifer, a pick machine is actually kind of a large, heavy machine, and actually, if you had like a singular pick, like you see the one she cut off, you could actually place that pick in the pick machine, and it would actually wrap a very sharp, almost needle-like steel pick, so you could really poke it into the grapevine or foam or straw.
Yeah, you use it in a place where you don't necessarily have a pick. Like let's say, for example, like when I had that baby's breath that didn't have an end on it, I could have used the pick machine to put a point on it to make it easier to put into my wreath. But I didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just coming in and adding what's kind of like, it's a medium floral. So I always say start with the big, your focal flower, and then come in and add your fillers.
Kathy, yeah, I'm sure there's a video in the private group for the tulip wreaths.
There is.
Yeah.
Didn't we just do one though? I want to say maybe, I thought we just did it. Maybe I'm missing something. So again, I'm trying to keep these clustered in the front. So I'll spin it. There we go.
Where's the sign from? Is that from
Craft Outlet?
Oh, sign's from Craft Outlet too. Yep.
Yeah. So the florals from a wide variety of different places. So let me. Why do they have to be so finicky? Wow, this one's way off. They just don't like to come up to the top. I'm going to put one more at the bottom. Well, I did 3 at the bottom. Let's put one on the inside here. There we go. So there's that. We'll set that aside. We're going to come in and add a couple pieces of this grass. Wow, this is way...
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Probably take some of the little ones off the bottom so it's not quite so long. And all I'm going to do on these, since I don't really know how they're going to look, I'm just going to insert them in the wreath for movement, and then see if I like where their placement is. So I'm
A lot of gals are saying they went and bought tulips at Michael's today.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who did. They're like, that was so amazing. Thank you. It's like it wasn't me. Somebody else caught the sale. So these ones actually have, let me keep all the little pieces. The wire goes down pretty far. So I'm just going to pull the little ends off until I get it to a pick size I'm comfortable with. Take that end off.
They just said, yeah, you did in the private group.
What's that?
The tulip wreath.
Oh, I did? Okay, good.
Cindy, yeah, she does give online classes in her private group.
Yeah, we just did one today.
Yep.
We made the umbrella wreath behind us. So we demonstrated the ruffle method, why you would use that. And then we showed them, okay, here's how you do it. So we literally started from nothing, just a bare naked frame. Taught them how to wire it. Okay, so one more, maybe one more. I don't know. Now that I cut that one, let me cut a couple of these off. And we're going to do the same. I want to push these up so they're a little bit more useful. Not so much there. So now we're adding, let's put this over here, move these over here. So this one I can actually push them up. Let's do a couple. So I'm adding these again for visual interest. Sometimes you have to move them up when they want to go up. There you go. There we go. Not there. Bring that one there. And I think one more.
Kylene, yep, that wreath on the door is available on sale now in her Etsy shop.
Nope.
Oh, it's in her website. Which is pinned down below, KatsCreationsNMore.com. So it's on our website.
Whoops. I'm just looking for placement for this. Okay, so let me show what I've done so far. Here's the sad thing, I gotta take those out.
And then re-glue them back in.
Yeah, I should have just been gluing them.
Misty, if you missed the color theory, just go back in the private group. It's in the videos. You can see them all.
Yeah, just search for color theory video.
Yes.
Okay, there's that one. Well, I was like, I wasn't sure how many, where they would go, what they would look like. Because these are new for me, using these.
Welcome, Julia. She said welcome. She said first time here, so welcome to.
Where are you from, Julia? I'd love to know where you're from. Okay, and I think we have this one left to glue. I think I've taken care of the top ones. And then Let's do the bottom. So sometimes I like to just start from where the center is and then work my way out. This is where sometimes I get really frustrated. I wish I would have just glued them in as I was going.
So Julia's from upstate New York, so welcome, Julia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit late in the East Coast, right? It's coming up to 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. So we have this one, and that's it. And then I have successfully glued them all in where they need to go. And then I've got to look. Here's where one of my tulips popped off, which is always fun. Okay, so we have some of this that we'll come back in and add some more filler to. Let's add a little bit of lavender. This lavender came from Sims. Again, same thing. So we'll break it down to get it into a pick.
Oh, that's good. Kathy just ordered the tulips online to ship home. That's kind of a smart way to do it.
That's what I did. I was like, I'm not going to Michael's and try to do it that way. I'm like, just ship them to your house. Makes it so much easier. So let's pull all these out so they're not so straight. And let me look. I like that. Why don't I just go with what I feel? Because I'm like, what if it's a little too long?
Is it still how you do mock-ups? You mock it up and do I like it? Yes.
Yeah, I know, but
Julia, what was the greenery bush you were using? I think you just said it's type of grass, right? Like purple grass.
This thing? Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Hobby Lobby has them, so it's like this sits in one and this sits in the other, and I always gravitate towards purples.
And they don't really say what they are. It just says bush.
Yeah. Filler. I'm like, that'll work. So let's add some more lavender. Take another one. We'll do the same thing. And then we'll take all the little pieces off.
Melissa, she got the lavender from Sims Pottery online.
Yeah, Sims Pottery is a wholesaler, so you have to have a business license to order from them. But once you have it, you can go ahead and go online and register and get an account, and then you can order from them. Okay, I did that one.
And there's some other beautiful purple hydrangeas in the wreath design.
Okay, so we really...
Kathy really said, "Can't you make it look so easy?"
I
gotta practice.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole thing.
Hi, Linda. She's greetings from Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Wow, thank you for joining us. Okay, so I'm just going to be bold. I actually have a big branch underneath that I have to work with. So I want this to kind of come out a little bit longer.
Julia says, "I have a DBA. Does that count?" You have to check your local county. It might count, it might not, but you definitely need a seller's permit.
Well, business license. So I'm guessing that yes, that would work. You could always call Sims Pottery and ask. So what I'm doing now is all those little pieces, those little picks, I'm just kind of taking those and backfilling just in odd, random places where there's nothing. Oops. And we'll add some lavender to this. little grass. Okay, kind of show you what I'm doing as I go around. So I generally will go inside, outside, all the way around. Just kind of looking for little pockets where you can kind of maybe see into the grapevine. And just add some greenery to that. The glue skillet is definitely advantageous to have.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. I remember Amazon wasn't selling it for a long time, and they finally just kind of started selling a new
version
of it. So I would definitely get it. It was only
$19.99.
$19.
Yeah, I think you found it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, that's awesome. Missy said I just registered my company name and I have my EIC now.
Nice.
I just need my sales permit. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm thinking you can't like print your seller's permit from online.
Should be able to.
Some can, some can't. I know ours was right when I filled it out. I was able to just click download and print.
Gail Luce, she said, I think I just finished signing up and joining a private group, so cattle check.
Here's the easiest way. If you're not sure, you're having problems, just email me at KatsCreations777@gmail.com. Can you add that email to your pinning, Steve?
Yeah, I have to repin the thing.
Okay.
Just get it was your KatsCreations.
Yes, 777
at
gmail.com. So as you see, I'm just finding little pockets, kind of adding them in, out, and then now what I'll do is I'm going towards the front. You want to feather your front, which means kind of soften, like you just don't want it to come to a harsh edge. So I'm going to be taking these little pieces of whatever this is called. I called it purple grass. So if you see it on my materials list and it's purple grass and you're like, what the heck is that? That's what this is. Purple grass.
Right, Simone, she said it can be printed online, depends on what state, right? So. Yep.
Yes, that's why sometimes people go, well, tell me what I need in order to set up my business. And I'm like, every city is different. Like here in California, it's totally different for our city than it is for, 30 miles away.
Yep.
So
Miguel's the sign is from Craft Outlet. She bought a couple of them actually.
Yeah, I think I bought 4 or 5 of them.
Kimberly Reimer said, I'm new to following you the past couple weeks. I'm from Minnesota and just love your absolutely beautiful wreaths you make.
Oh, thank you, Kimberly.
And same with Marianne. She said, I just love your work. That is absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you. I love grapevines. By far, they're my favorite to make. Just because you're starting with a bunch of greenery and then you have to turn it into something amazing. So it's how you design and orchestrate all of that. Where you're putting your picks, how are you feathering your edges, what colors are you using. So as you can see, I'm like bringing these all the way to the edge. And then once we put our bow on, if there's any places in the bow that I need to come back in and just add little touches here and there, then absolutely we will.
Donna said the pick with the bright green leaves and the little purple flowers looks like what we call Mexican heather.
That's what I was going to say. And it's weird because I had that listed in another grapevine I did. And it was weird because we looked it up and it was Mexican heather. And I'm like, well, I don't want to put it if it's not really Mexican heather. But I think I probably have used it before in other designs. Okay, let's go ahead and get a bow on it. So right now, see, this is what I'm saying, feathering the edge. So instead of having it stop here with the lamb's ear, feather it out ever so small. Same thing on the end. So you're kind of, it's almost like blending, you're softening the edges. Okay, bow bone. I need this.
Got the sign is from Craft Outlet.
So, okay. I'm probably gonna want some more of these. Okay, so the bow. It was a toss-up between plain canvas and like plain or patterned. So with this, I definitely want to incorporate some just solids along with the pattern. So I think I'm gonna bring it in with, I haven't wholeheartedly committed, can you tell? I think I'm gonna do something probably like this. And then I'll finish with the plaid. So I usually always lay things out just to see how I like them. And I think I want to do them like this. So we're going to start with the brown, just the solid canvas.
No 2.5 inch, right? You just got all 1.5 inch.
Yeah, because this is, if we did 2.5 inch, it's like half the sign width.
Yeah.
So you don't want it too overpowering. So dovetail, right? Bring your wired edges together. And then you're going to cut from the fold to the point of your wire. And then that'll give you a perfect cut. So, I'll move this over. Get all my debris from pigs. So I'm going to use my Bodabra. And people always say, well, how do you know how long to make your tails? Well, you can just bring it over to about where you think you're going to want this. Is that too long? Do you want to bring it in? And I'm thinking that right there is about a good size. So I bring it over here.
10 inches. 9. Oh, I was off.
I know. I was like, I thought it was 10 too. So Bodabra is always going to be about the twist. So you're just going to twist and put it in. Now, let's see, on a 9 inch, I'm going to probably go, let's see, that's what 5 looks like. That's 4.5. Sometimes I am like, I don't want overly big loops.
Pick it up and see if you like it.
No. I'll commit. It's kind of like...
You're committing.
I'm committing. So we're going to go 5 inch loops. So... let's go, we said 9. Trim that down. And then we'll do our patterned. And we're going to do this one. Since we did this at 9, let's do this at 8.5. So it'll bring it in just a little bit. And we'll do 4.5. We'll see. Yeah, let's do 4.5. That's probably closer to 5. There we go. All the way to 8.5. It's nice when the patterns are done at an angle because you can just follow the diagonal on here. Okay, so solid purple The reason why I didn't go with this one is it's too close to the other one I just did. So I just wanted a different pattern. You could go with polka dots. I actually really wanted just a cream and lavender gingham, but I didn't have it in my inventory. So we're gonna do 8-inch. Wow, that made it. I was like, and I'm gonna do 4.5-inch on this one, so it's gonna be exactly the same as the pattern.
So do you like to put floral mixed in with your mesh wreaths? Yes, she does it a lot. Quite a bit.
I do a lot, yeah. I almost was gonna do it to the one on the door. I was gonna put in blue and yellow. You did?
I'm back on there.
Oh. Okay. So we'll finish up. There's that.
That said trying to join the private group but don't see a join button.
So private group. Go to the website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then you'll see private group. There's a little text box there that starts to talk about the private group, and then you run into a hyperlink that says see more. Once you get there, when you click on the see more, it'll give you the link to sign up. We're going to be revising that whole thing for the private group signups. That's my to-do list for this week, is to streamline all that, make it much easier to find. Okay, last one. This one is a 7.5-inch tail.
Julie asked, where did you purchase the large roll of the purple plain?
Crinkle Designs. I buy all my solids in 50-foot rolls, because then it takes up, I just store them flat, and then I don't have to have 5 rolls of like a solid purple. Get this one.
Plus, if you join the private group, I think you get a better discount rate at Kringle too.
Yes. So let me get rid of this one. So these are all the ones I just opened.
Debbie Lynn said I made one very similar like this today.
Aww.
Awesome, I'm new and you do
see?
wonderful work. Yeah, post it on the Cats Creations page, Debbie.
Yeah, just seriously, just come and post it. I want to see. I love seeing what you guys make.
Tiny said trying to join the I think I already said that.
Yeah. You forget.
Yep.
There we go. So I'm going to take these. We're not going to fluff it here. We'll fluff it on the wreath. And then we can figure out where everything is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in. This is why cleaning out your grapevines is so handy. Because you can actually just look straight into your wreath and see where that's going to go. And now we will fluff everything out. So we'll pull loops. Let me pull all the tails down. So that's the first thing I want to do, is grab all the tails and get them to the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and fluff. Yep. And we'll just open everything up. And then you have a really
size of the
beautiful
purple plaid bow. I think you said
they're all 1.5 inches. Huh?
The plaid, it's like 4-inch or 4.5-inch loop.
I think
4.
It's
4, yeah.
Yeah.
4-inch with then an 8-inch tail.
Mm-hmm.
Krista, yes, that was a pipe cleaner. She uses that pretty much on all of her bows because it works a lot better than floral wire and it's easier to pull and twist.
I was going to say, it's because of hand strength. As you get older, you start to lose your ability, you know, to grab onto a floral wire and twist it tight enough.
I said you make bow making look so easy. Love your work.
Thank you.
Misty earlier said she'll make bows just for the fun of it because she loves making bows.
I love doing that too. Okay, so there is our bow. Sorry, hen.
No, you're good. I didn't do outside. Okay.
So again, I'll do the same thing. You twist it on the underside, snip it off, and tuck it in. This way, you don't have, I mean, you can see the pipe cleaner, but it's gonna protect the back of the door. So let's look all the way around.
You need a little bit of filler right underneath the bow.
Where? Like right here?
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah, like right there.
Here?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
So we can do a couple things. Oop, I opted not to use those. Let me look really quick.
Misty, if you want to use zip ties for your bows, use zip ties.
Again. Oh yeah, there's tons of
perfect.
people who will do zip ties. Whatever works for you. There is no cut and dry way of, here's how you make a wreath. This is exactly how you need to do it. I always say it's designer's preference, designer's choice. These just pop all the way off when I go to trim that. Okay. And we'll do one more piece up at the top. This is where I'm saying it's up to you how you want to do your tops. I don't want to push this all the way up. Because you never know. Like with your bows, if you want to put in some additional filler, you can definitely do that. Let me just pull 2 pieces off and then we're done. Just need a couple of these. I thought they would come willingly, but apparently not. Because they're just like the little ends that go right onto a pick. Okay. Stubborn suckers. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Peggy. She says you always do such beautiful work and make it look so easy. Not only instructional, but entertaining.
Thanks. We have Steve for that. He can definitely help. So
This,
that
Carmen, the sign is wood, but it is MDF, so you can spray it with like a
UV protectant.
UV protectant or like a clear gloss. Oh, Kathy Renison. Oh, she said, I joined the Wreath of the Month Club. Will I get a notification? Well, Kat will notify you, right?
What?
She just joined the Wreath of the Month Club.
Oh, yeah. So make sure that you've requested to join the group. And then I'll go in and approve you. And then you'll be able to see what the Wreath of the Month is for February. I know it's a Easter religious, so it has a cross, it has a lamb, and then you're getting what is it, 20 yard spools of ribbon in that, so you're getting double the rolls. Okay, I think I'm done.
And Debbie, you could pay monthly in advance. There's actually an option to pay for the whole year if you just wanted to pay for the whole year too. Yeah,
some people do that, and then they're like, okay, we're done. I don't have to do and revisit this until next year. I do have one piece that I'm seeing. Hold on. It's just one little piece. Sometimes you just look in there and you're like, oh my, that needs to go away. Okay, so we're done. Want to see what it looks like?
Just holding on.
I know, glue threads, right? the bane of our existence.
Debbie, yeah, that's a glue skillet. Well, believe it or not, you can get a regular skillet. Amazon does sell it, and it's for like chicken or food, but you can also use it for glue.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'm just going to refluff my bow, pull my tails down. And we are finished. There we go. Ta-da! Super simple.
Zoom in.
Yep. We can even move this down. Pull that up. There we go. Okay. So what questions do you guys have that I can answer for you? This lavender's great. It's a different kind of lavender though. It's not like the stick pointy.
Yeah, it's like the French lavender, right?
Yeah. So as you can see, like all of the greenery that we used, I only used half of it. So even the garland, we used a little bit more, but this is basically what we used to create it with the grapevine. We used the whole purple bush because that's a great filler flower. But yeah, I think it turned out really good.
Debbie, yeah, that's it. That's 7-inch skillet for $18.99 on Amazon. That's it.
They're looking for it.
Yep. I bought her another one just in case this one
He did.
dies
He
out
bought it as
because
a
we've had
backup.
that for like 3 years.
And it comes with a lid, right?
Yeah.
So
The lavender was from Sims Pottery, right?
yes. So this came from Sims.
Yep.
So, but Hobby Lobby sells a big lavender bush that, well, you probably get about four of those out of the design.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else that I can answer for you guys? Remember, today's the last day to lock in that low rate for you guys that are interested in joining monthly or yearly. It's entirely up to you. If you have any questions that I haven't answered, email me, katscreations777@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to go over it with you. Even if it passes the deadline and I don't get to it till tomorrow, I'll still honor your request.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys love the way that it turned out.
Beautiful.
And the next public group will be Friday at 5. So I look forward to seeing you guys there and talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.